It has haunted us for millennia. It is the virus that gave us myths of monsters and vampires. Rabies, a word that commands instant, primal fear. Unlike a cold or the flu, which our bodies might easily fight, rabies is not just an infection, it's a terrifying biochemical plot. It's a silent executioner that takes over the host's brain to ensure its own survival. And for humans, once it shows itself, it is essentially 100% fatal. But how does a small virus, often carried by a harmless creature or a faithful companion, carry a power so absolute? Tonight, we peel back the layers of ancient terror and explore the silent, ruthless science of nature's perfect killer. This isn't just a disease. It's a masterful biochemical invasion. The invasion begins with a delivery system perfected over eons. It's not a large weapon, just a tiny bite or a scratch, often delivering a dose of saliva so small it's barely noticeable. Nature has programmed bats and other wild reservoirs to carry the virus without getting sick, allowing it to incubate silently. The real magic, though, is in the engineering of the saliva. Rabies has evolved to concentrate itself heavily in the saliva of its host, and it's not just a passive fluid. Rabies saliva is packed with specialized enzymes that can degrade tissue at the bite site, helping the virus burrow deep past the skin's top defenses, ensuring the biological freight reaches its critical destination. The true ruthlessness of the rabies virus is its silent commute. Once it enters the bloodstream, it doesn't create widespread infection. It ignores the immune system. Instead, it moves straight for the nervous system, a critical biological highway. This is its secret. Our immune cells are locked out of our brain and nerves, leaving the virus to travel completely undetected. It's the ultimate biological Trojan horse. Once inside a single nerve cell, it stops traveling passively and begins to actively climb. It moves retrograde, scaling your nerves toward your brain. It's a slow commute, sometimes weeks, sometimes months, but its destination is guaranteed. And now we reach the most horrifying chapter of this biochemical script, the brain takeover. When the virus reaches the brain, it doesn't destroy it immediately. It doesn't want its host dead, it wants it alive and active. It targets specific areas, the limbic system, responsible for emotions, and the brainstem, controlling breathing and reflexes. Rabies essentially rewires the host's brain. It stops regular neural function and replaces it with a single command: spread. It makes the host aggressive, violent, and confused. This is the behavior we know as furious rabies. It is the virus creating the perfect opportunity for the bite, ensuring its own survival through the host's actions. One of the biggest obstacles in the fight against rabies is the fatal misconception that heat or cooking can kill the poison. It is a myth that boils down to a lack of deep understanding. But here is the silent truth. Once the symptoms begin, once the erratic heartbeat, the violent confusion, and the inability to swallow set in, it is essentially too late. The virus has already embedded itself into the brain stem. Cooking a wound or even boiling the meat will not destroy the biochemical structure of the rabies toxins. There is no widely available antidote. Medical treatment becomes purely supportive, a race against a clock that was set the moment the first symptom appeared. Every fatality is a tragedy born from evolutionary engineering. In the face of nature's perfect killer, the golden rule of survival is prevention. Rabies is not a battle of strength, but a battle of engineering and time. It is a biological landmine, but we are not helpless. The line between a preventable bite and a fatal mistake is knowledge. By vaccinating pets, educating communities about the true nature of wild animal vectors, and respecting the raw power of evolution, we can neutralize this invisible threat. Nature is beautiful, but its defenses are absolute. If you don't know, don't interact. Stay curious, stay informed, and always stay respectful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next deep dive.